GSP.
You at blackjack.
Let's talk about GSP. A big name around here, big name everywhere. He's 34 now. He hasn't fought for more than 2 years. He blames you in part for not returning, saying, if that whole thing had not happened after the fight, maybe I would have already been back. Maybe I would have already given a rematch to Johnny Hendricks.
Yeah, listen, I like George St-Pierre. I respect him. And, you know, the guy was never anything but class when he fought for us. He was an absolute class act. You know, he took Canada to a whole nother level with the sport and everything else. But he can talk about why he isn't here and why he isn't doing this, and maybe he'll take 6 weeks. George St-Pierre lost the urge to fight. And that's the reality. He lost the urge to fight. It happens. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing negative. But, you know, it wasn't because of anything that happened with me or with Lorenzo or anything with the sport. He lost the urge to fight, period. End of story.
But how would you know that? I mean, you're not inside his head. I mean, you can say I disagree with him, but there's no facts here, right? So if he says, you know, I haven't lost my urge to fight, if he says it was in part Dana White's fault or Lorenzo's fault, we can't know whether in his consciousness that's real.
It's nobody's fault. You know, I've been dealing with athletes since I was 19 years old, and I saw it in his face after the Johnny Hendricks fight. We went backstage and we talked. You can ask Lorenzo if you ever, when you're in Vegas, I'll hook you up with Lorenzo. I looked at Lorenzo last night and I said, GSP's done.
John
said,
Jones.
What? You're crazy. I said, he's done.
Let's talk about John Jones. He's probably not done. With Ariel Helwani, he said last week that the UFC was, quote, very well aware before the fight of Vitor Belfort's failed drug test before UFC 152 in Toronto, in fact, in 2012. But they let him fight anyways. How do you respond to that?
Jones said that?
Yeah, he did.
How would Jones know that?
I don't know. I guess the first question is it true? Did you know beforehand of Belfort that he was going to fail a test?
No, we didn't know that. John Jones, was John Jones in our offices? Did John Jones, you know? Listen, John Jones is somebody who shouldn't be talking about other people's tests and what they're doing.
That's a good point. You have a huge week coming up next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it culminates in UFC 194 on Saturday with a fight that we've all been looking forward to. Paige Van Zandt will fight on Thursday. Then you've got the Ultimate Fighter with Chad Mendes and Frankie Edgar. And then on Saturday, you don't have to promote anything. I got it for you. Aldo McGregor, Weidman versus Rockhold. Sounds pretty good.
Awesome, yeah. Rogan thinks that that Saturday is the best card we've ever done in UFC history, and obviously the fights leading up to it, never been done before. 3 fights in 3 nights in Vegas, all sold out. It's going to be fun.
I'm just saying, Rogan's contract with the UFC, I believe, is up in August. Just pointing that out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to jump on that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? My people will call your people. Hey, Dana, you've always been a really good friend of this show and a really good friend to me and my family. Good to talk to you.
Likewise, buddy, and I'll see you soon in Vegas.